I ain't never done nothing to no.
Hello, New York! Are you ready for some circus? Yeah! I can't hear you!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bindlestiff's Palace of Variety, the old Times Square. How about a round of applause for the Bindlestiff Band? Before we begin tonight, there are just a couple of rules. There is no smoking in the Shoshama Theater, and there is no photography or video during the show. If at any time during the show you'd like to visit our concessions bar, it's located here to my right. What you're about to see is live variety entertainment in New York City, and there's nothing more New York than a variety stage. This historic art form began right here, but until now has not been seen for at least a generation. The variety stage differs from other shows you might see in one key way. Tonight's show is a unique experience. These performers come from across the globe to entertain you. This combination may never be seen on the same stage together again. So, without further delay, let me introduce the Empress of Vaudeville, Madame Philomena.
And the luckiest child, let's see, that would be you, becomes a clown. Think about it. Hello, everybody! This is live entertainment. Don't hold back when these performers come dancing and prancing across the stage, and believe me, they've come from every corner of the globe. I want you to clap your hands. I want you to stamp your feet. I want you to shout, cheer, whistle, stand up, take off all your clothes, and twist them over your head. Ready, go! All right. Listen up a little bit. Woo. Have a drink. Listen up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a man who has mastered the variety arts. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Penningaff.
There's a beautiful thing about the variety stage. And it happens to be the variety on the stage. You're the audience. That means if you don't like what you're watching, all you have to do is wait 6 or 7 minutes. And there'll be an entirely different act right before your eyes. Now, in my little 6 or 7 minute block here, I'm going to present to you a bit of variety. Because in no way do I expect each one of you to enjoy everything I do up here. But if each one of you can go home appreciating, I don't know, 15 seconds of my material, I feel like I'm doing my job. I'm gonna warm up with what I like to call fancy knot throws. If there are any Boy Scouts in the audience, talk to me after the show. The first one I'm gonna show you is something I like to call the flying overhead. Slightly more complicated figure 8. And now for the most technically challenging knot in my 3-knot knot set. Something I like to call dropping the triplets. That's it for the knots. But it's not it for the ropes. Some of you out there may have gone to see Oklahoma. If you saw Oklahoma, you probably recognize the fact that you paid $80. tonight, for only $10, we've taken the musical out. And well, I'm gonna present to you a couple minutes of sometimes mediocre rope spinning. Starting off with an American classic. May I present to you the flat loop. Isn't it beautiful? It's a lot harder than it looks. I did drop out of college to learn how to do that. And the fancy part's coming up. The Bindlestiff family circus on Times Square. Maybe you're expecting a little more edge to your entertainment dollar. For that, I present to you yet another flat loop. But this time, I'm going to give it kind of a Coney Island sort of twist, and well, spin it with the strongest muscle in the male body. I guess it's time to talk about something that all of you are familiar with. Depression. You've had those mornings that you didn't want to wake up, get out of bed, go to work, school, wherever the hell you go. Some of you have that about common hardware. What I have in my hand is a hand drill. Some of you out there may be familiar with what they call the human lobotomy. Some of you more educated sorts may even be familiar with what they call trepanation. You see, fairly recently in history, they found all of these skulls that were about 2,000 years old. And they had holes drilled all throughout them. At first, they thought it was some form of torture, but in 1962, a Dutch doctor came along, and he proved to the rest of the world that if you drill a hole all the way into your head, you can get rid of those downer thoughts, those cloudy days. This doctor went so far as to say that if you drill a hole all the way into your head, you could get off for the rest of your fucking life. Here we go. To the screw, you can, well, take the screwdriver, put it all the way back, and adjust the way you think, the way you feel, the way you move about in your everyday life. So if you would just take the screwdriver, happens to be a little screw. Once you've gained access to the screw, you simply take the screwdriver and put it all the way back. Wait! For the hardware-minded, you might notice that this is a Phillips head screwdriver. Because the screw in the back of my head's not of the common type. Now with a little bitty turn to the left. Ah! 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 I can feel a hell of a lot better. That kind of distanced me from a few of you out there. Maybe you came expecting to see something more beautiful, more exotic. Well, for that, I'd like to present to you the ancient art of the Chinese Diablo. Hey, band! Can we kind of, change the mood a little bit?
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Some of that, like, jazzy, Chinesey, Cirkus Olay bullshit. The public, I'm told, likes it.
Yeah, I really respect the public's opinion, too.
Kind of like Yanni, but it's French.
Sounds great. It's always what I wanted to do.
you that the snapping jaws of doom are clasping and unclasping right under your seats!
Guys like magic?
Yeah.
Well, I'll fix that. Ooh, I'm gonna hit somebody. All right, here we're gonna do. First things first. Here I have my magic bag of mystery, completely empty, nothing inside. From it, I will attempt to produce a bird. He's gonna fly through the air, and he's gonna land on on your shoulder, right here. You have a scarf on or something? Can you just stand straight up where you are? What's your name?
Randy.
Correct. Randy, hold your arm out like this, Randy. The other one. Good. He's going to fly out of the bag, land right on Randy's shoulder. So on the count of 3, we all say the magic word together. The bird flies out, lands right on Randy's shoulder. Okay, the magic word, guys, is going to be bird. This way we're all focused on the task at hand. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, bird! Okay, I think not everyone was saying bird. It's really neat. Even the people in the balcony in the back, everyone nice and loud from here, bird, and right on Randy's shoulder. Don't get tired, Randy. It's gonna. And then, is that a thick material, by the way? You wearing? Because he does have talons that grip. Tube on the bottom. Other hand on top. You go 1, 2, 3. Lift up your tube. You're upside down. It's got to be the same as me. Did I not explain that in the beginning? Same as me. Let's try again. See a little. 1, 2, 3. Lift up your tube. Okay, Randy. There's a bottle and a tube. What part don't you understand? The tube part. All right, we give her one more chance, guys.
Yeah.
One more chance. Okay, one more chance. Here we go. Here we go. From the top. Here we go. The bottle. The tube. All right, cool. Tube on the bottle. Other hand on top. Oh, you know what I didn't point out? Maybe this is the problem. You want to bend your knees a bit and get a little bit of this going on.
Like I'm surfing.
Yeah, maybe. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Come on, Randy. A little bit. A little bit. Little bit. Come on, play along. All right, nice. That's nice, right? Okay, here we go. Ready? You feel better, don't you? Ready? All right. Same as me, right? Here we go. Ready? 1. Dose. 2. Dose. Trois. It's a trilingual show. Keep up. Lift up. What do you got? You're wrong again, Randy.
What do you have in your...
Yeah, I have this in my tube. Do you have that? Give it up for Randy. She did a great job, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a nice round of applause. Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much. That's always fun to expose magic tricks, isn't it, though? Really. All right, I got one more thing, but hold on. There's something in my shoe, and I just need to focus and concentrate on this last little trick I'm going to do for you guys. Let me get it out, and then... Kind of ruins the effect when you make a sound like that. It's a rock. It can make its own sound, Raj. See, watch. I don't know. Parts unknown. And people would pay good money and watch in horror as a wild man would walk around his pit and he'd bite off its head. And then he would drink its blood. And then he would laugh. This is called the Geek Act. And tonight, I'd like to pay tribute to this classic act, if you'll indulge me, with my demonstration. And tonight, I'll be using a rubber chicken! Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, this is a real rubber chicken. So I warn you now, if you are pregnant, sir, if you have a weak part or are frightened by things that are gross, look away! I'm gonna do it! Timmy!
Yeah?
Can I get a drum roll?
Okay then.
Okay, thanks. Ah! I bit off its head! And now I'm gonna drink its blood! Ah! Ah! And now I'm gonna laugh! Ah! Now, ladies and gentlemen, when the geek was done, pardon me, blood lodged in my throat. When the geek was done, he'd spit out the head, he'd throw down the dead chicken,
And he'd walk around his pen looking for the next chicken. But I'm Magic Brian, so I gotta demonstrate some kind of magic abilities on this stage. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna chew it up and swallow it, and regurgitate it back onto the neck, restoring the chicken to its former state. Once again, I warn you, if you are still pregnant, sir, if you have a weak heart or stomach, look away! Timmy! Can I get another drum roll?
make that a little bit clearer to you. No clowning around. I've never gotten this far in this acting. This is awesome. Mr. Adam Kugler. Give him a big hand. Put your hands together one more time.
For this next demonstration, I need one thing from one individual in the audience. And that is a crisp, American-made $1 bill. A 5, a 10, a 20, a 50 would work, but for your own good, I suggest only a single. And I've got all. Now the second thing that I need from one individual in the audience is a joint. I'll take that too. No joints up front?
Oh, no joints, Bubba.
You got time to roll it. You can talk to me after the show.
I think so.
Now, I don't know why, but a lot of people think this next demonstration isn't real. So over the years, I've tried to figure out a way I could prove to you, the public, that what I'm doing is indeed genuine. And I decided if I could take one object that all of you are familiar with and, well, do something to that object, maybe you too can be believers. Enough for you, but it sure as hell wasn't enough for me. By the looks of it, a few of you out there probably tried swallowing, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches. But I have a feeling few of you have ever considered the idea of 24 inches.
Oh my God!
24 inches of solid steel, which will be going all the way down my throat, past the heart, the liver, the lungs, the kidneys, and, well, tickling the bottom of my stomach. Now, for those of you that know me, you know that when it comes to deep throating, I'm a professional. For those of you that don't know me, I'll talk to you in the bathroom right after the show. Now, 10 years ago, a man with my skills could make a reasonable living working the streets of New York. Over the past decade, times have changed. And I can no longer make even a reasonable living, and I'm stuck doing a little circus stage in Times Square, making about $10 a week. The circus feels that's a really fine wage. But being the only family man in this show, they've given me this moment to do, I guess, what you could call a pitch. You see, I have a 5-year-old and a son who's almost 1. And on my $10 a week budget, it's nearly impossible to feed him. So I'm allowed to take this image of myself with an 18-inch bayonet down my throat and offer it to you folks for only $1. Now, for every $1 spent, the circus gets 80 cents. I get to keep 20. A few weeks away. Last year, we had a skanky pigeon on our Thanksgiving table. I beg of you, New York, to give like you've never given before. Beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if the postcard isn't enough, on your way out, you can stop at the merchandise table and get t-shirts, posters, CDs, and even cans of jackalope jerky. Some of you out there may be asking yourself, what the hell is a jackalope? On your way out, If you look in the window, you can see a real live jackalope standing there. If you know what a jackalope is, I encourage you to buy a can of jerky. Take it home and revel in the fact that you too are eating an endangered species. Thank you for giving tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As a token of my appreciation, I would like to present to you the most dangerous sword-swallowing bit. More sword swallower has been put out of commission by this one single piece than anything else ever done. You see, in the early 1920s, neon lighting came to Times Square. 2 years later, a sword swallower looked at that neon and said, hell, I think I can swallow that shit. Since then, 27 sword swallowers have either died or been put out of commission. But tonight, for your perverse pleasure, I am going to swallow a neon tube. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's a change in temperature in the outside world. The inside world and a tube of neon glass. If we could just bring the lights down for dramatic effect, we'll hope that it all goes down.
And now we welcome to our stage an artist who has traveled. Variety, ladies and gentlemen, and keeping one of New York City's most incredible natural resources alive. It's artists. I'd like to have a curtain call and bring everybody back out and let you clap one more time for all these phenomenal performers, starting with the master of madness, Magic Brian! Woo!